Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of a terrible creepypasta. Today, I am joined by no one else but Redude. Everyone else has died, unfortunately. They're all gone,
So
except
sad.
for Redude.
Right.
Yeah. So, how are you doing, Redude, today?
I'm doing
Just
amazing.
kidding.
quite
Nobody
frankly.
cares. Let's move on. Okay. The story we're going to be reading today is called Fading Akura. So, Redude, you have the page pulled up, so you can.
I do.
Alright. Akura was 8 when he went into care. He didn't know why, but he felt he had to protect his family he had left.
What?
That would appear more difficult than he would believe. Akura was an albino. What the fuck? How do you pronounce that?
I'm not even gonna try.
Albinoism. Albinoism? Fucking who cares? His hair was white and his eyes were red.
Can you?
He was bullied in
not.
his primary school for this. In parentheses, sorry, I'm English, so I don't say things like grades because that's American.
Why do I feel like all these bad creepypastas were written by British people?
They probably were all written by fucking British people.
Oh God.
He was in the same care Hope for 6 years, and he never liked it there. His carers would abuse him, and his sisters would pick on him. This is how it started. In parentheses again, Akura's POV. My wife is pretty carefree. I love how I live. My mum is sweat. Sweat?
Sweat. It says sweat.
My mum is sweat. She's just a giant bottle of fucking body odor.
God.
My mom is sweat. My dad is ... Annoying, but fun to be around. In parentheses, annoying because he never stopped talking.
Thank you for clarifying.
I have 3 full sisters. The fuck? What do you mean by 3 full sisters?
Would you have 3 half ones?
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay, fuck. Let's just continue. With 3 full sisters, we all go to the same school. What could go wrong? I wake up and get dressed for school. I put on my school shirt, button it up, ... You know, usual routine that I did every morning. No, we don't know the usual routine. You haven't really talked about it.
You haven't said it.
Yeah, you haven't explained it prior to this. I'm a year 4, and I get on with quite a lot of people. I walk down the stairs with my sisters as we all share the room. In parentheses, he is 7, nothing wrong with this. What?
Wait, did he just refer to his sisters as he? Or is
No,
there some
I think this is like
weird...
I think this is like the awfuls speaking again for some reason. He's like saying that fading Akura is supposed to be 7 or something.
This is beyond my comprehension.
I don't know.
But earlier, the very first sentence said he was 8.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if he's talking about his sisters, fucking, let's just continue. My dad was shouting, which he spelled it like WITCH, very good grammar, was quite unusual for him. He does have mental problems, but I never took what he said and did to heart. You can use some punctuation there, you know? The heart. I knew he didn't mean none of it. Okay, read it. Do you want to
ask questions?
Read it. Do you want to voice the father?
Yes. Oh God, the father. Is this what he's saying? The quote.
Yeah.
Okay. Who has taken it?
What the fuck? That fucking what?
It was his father is a professional WWE wrestler.
Yes, his father's fucking John Cena. Anyway, who was taken? He asked in an angry tone of voice. Who is taken? Wait, who has taken what dad? I asked him. He looks around again and then looks straight at me.
You took it, didn't you?
Hello, John Cena. He shouts. It, it wasn't really a question. ... Or at least I don't think it was. Wait, again, what was taken? I ask with a sigh. Wait, okay,
If you don't get
it's all in capitals, so you need to be like yelling while
oh,
saying
it's
it.
if you don't get my damn credit card back by the end of the day, you're all grounded. Wait, is he referring? Wait, he said you're all grounded.
You know, you just suddenly tone like Southern now.
He said you're all grounded. I thought he was only talking to Akura.
I guess so. That's also the wrong yo for some reason. He shouts. This, okay, for some like uncapitalized first letter in a new sentence. Great job, Awful. This
Great
scared
job.
me. I was always good. I had nothing wrong, and honestly, I didn't know what the goddamn hell a credit card was. After me and my sisters ate, we walked to school together. Mom walking just a little behind. Okay, wait, this is supposed to be a feminine voice. Redude, can you do a feminine voice?
Wait, no, this is Akura right now because he's asking why Dad was angry.
No, this is supposed to be one of the sisters.
Is it? Oh
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Do a feminine voice.
Mom, why was Dad so angry? What did we do?
Great job, Redude.
Amazing.
My
Thank you.
younger sister Skylar, ask Skylar from Breaking Bad. My
Why?
mother sighs and looks down to the ground. You have done nothing. Wait. I got a good voice. You've done nothing wrong, sweetie. None of you
Sweaty.
have. None of you have. Your dad's just angry because he lost his credit card. My mom answers. My mom answers
sweaty.
softly. I could feel the lump form in my throat. I wanted to cry. ... I thought it was me he shouted at. I hadn't taken in what my mom said. I thought she blamed me too. What the fuck? Okay, in parentheses, later that day in school, /therapy. What does that mean?
I'm not gonna ask questions.
Wait,
School and therapy are not nearly the same thing.
Wait. It says later in that day, in school, /therapy. Whatever the fuck that means. I was crying my swive. What the fuck is a swive? Is this like a thing that's only? Is this like a thing that's only in the UK?
British people.
Fucking British people.
God. Reason 1000 why they shouldn't exist.
I was crying my swive/therapy teacher trying to calm me down. ... I had told her about what happened in as much detail as I could. ... I wish I hadn't. I spent the rest of the school day in that swive/therapy room that day. At the end of the day, I'm called to the main office and am told that some social workers were coming to pick me up and my sisters up. I didn't question this because I was so used to it. We drove the short distance back to the house and parked a little away from it. This confused me, so I looked out the window to see a cop car and my mom talking to the police officer. My older sister, Sue, Mary Sue by any chance, got out of the car and walked towards my mom and the policeman, and started to talk to them. She then ran back to the car and asked us to come into the house and sit on the sofa. After my mom came into the house, she told us what had happened. My swive teacher, whatever the fuck a swive teacher is,
Fucking British people.
Yeah, no, what the fuck actually is a swive teacher? No, I'm actually gonna look this up. Swive teacher, what is this supposed to be?
Watch it not even be a thing and they just made it up.
Wait, teacher swive. Yeah, okay. Okay, apparently it's a business teacher. What the fuck?
What? I'm not gonna ask questions. I don't think.
I don't think
an 8-year-old is gonna be taught business. But let's see.
Yeah, I just asked about fucking business. The swive teacher's giving them financial advice and shit.
Financial advice.
My swive teacher had gone and told the social workers about what happened. They were taking our dad away. I cried for weeks. It was all my fault. It was just crying for weeks straight and shit. A few weeks later, right, in parentheses, a few weeks later, my mom was struggling to look after us. There were four of us, and one of who we had. What the fuck does that mean? Had regular contact with our dad after he was taken away, so I felt a little better. For some reason one morning, my mom was acting really nervous. I wanted to question her about it, but it seemed I didn't have to, ...
Didn't all the dad do was yell at their kids about a credit card? Why is he
Yeah.
in federal prison
Yes,
now?
He's in federal prison now, also you hear about the credit card, wife in prison, bitch. After a phone call with my mom, after a phone call my mom was having, she came upstairs to where me and my sisters were changing. Wait, I need to do the mom voice now. Hey, guess what? My mom says, clearly anxious. We all stop what we are doing and look up to her. Wait,
Why?
he's Wario now. She's Wario now. My youngest sister, Sapphire. Youngest sister Sapphire, why is that, like, the name is not capitalized properly? Giggles playfully. My mom smiles at her and looks to each of us. No school today. We're going to our dad's parents' house, ... How does that sound? She asks. We look at her confused and nod. In parentheses, 6 years later.
That's a big jump.
that fucking giant time skip out of nowhere. Not much happened in those 6 years. Yeah. It was those 6 years were so uneventful that the author literally skipped them. But what happened after we went to my grandparents' house will always be the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. We went to Ireland on a boat.
They're traveling on the Mayflower.
They're traveling on the main flow. It's the worst thing that ever happened to my wife. We went to Ireland. Oh my god, dude. We went to Ireland on a boat. We were practically homeless at that point, but the police found us and ended up in England again. ...
Oh god, no.
Fucking English people, dude.
My worst fear.
This time we went with our, that's the one, that's like the one, like version of our parents.
Yeah.
But luckily me and my sisters got to stay together ... But then a thing happened ... Wait, okay. Put in parentheses again. Before the beginning, question mark. Wait, I had, like, had enough of the boys, but they were like I was ugly ... I didn't like how I looked, honestly, and I wanted to change. Unfortunately, I was put with the worst carers ever and had to put up with them for 5 years, but I moved in the end. What? Let me read that again. I was put up with the worst carers ever and had to put up with them for 5 years, but I moved in the end. Fucking amazing job, offer you. This is
Really
masterpiece literature writer, the next Shakespeare, you know.
Truly.
But I moved in the end ... Unfortunately, a long way away from my home, away from my sisters and other family members. Over the years, I had gained many mental problems, and one of them was an anger issue ... Oh well. Fucking what?
Thanks for mentioning that. I love how half of these paragraphs just have nothing to do with the overall story. Like the thing
There's
right
just
before
random
the
shit happening.
like the thing right before the time jump of 6 years. It just mentioned that they were going to their father's grandparents' house, and then just skipped 6 years
Yeah,
randomly. That was the entire point of a paragraph.
yeah. I don't regret my decision to dye half my head of hair black and put one blue contact in. Fucking excuse me, she became emo. In parentheses, on the side on the side of the back hair, which that's the one which is the left side. My hair was long and plaited at the back. Is that some like hair tone or some shit?
No idea.
I thought it looked cool, and that's all that mattered to me. ... Especially when I dropped out of school and what I'm only 14... and question mark. Fucking what? What the fuck is happening? I feel like I'm hallucinating or some shit.
I don't know.
I lived with two girls. One was 16 and the other was 13, but she acted 5... I hate her, and always she will be a B star itch ... with brown hair and more human than dog. Wait, excuse me.
Excuse me?
Wait, excuse what's wait.
What was the point?
With more brown hair and more human than dog. Well, I fucking hope
Makes
she was more
sense.
human than dog.
Let's hope so. ...
Well, the 13-year-old was called Ruby, but I like to call her the Rat. The Rat. It suits her. The 16-year-old is called Maggie. She is annoying at times, but we are civil. We are like sisters. Wait, like sisters? Aren't you a male?
I don't understand.
The protagonist's gender just switched mid-story.
I mean, he did hate how he looked, so...
Ruby used to be such a pain. When I was reading, she would poke me and whine and try to hug me... I hated it... I wanted her to go away... King of the ellipses right here...
Why are there so many ...
I don't know. At night, she would knock... That's like N-O-C-K, amazing grammar awful, on my wall, or bang on my door, complain to the adults that I was making too much noise... I wasn't making any, just so you know. Now tell you what made me kill everyone in the house...
What?
What? We're
That was
fucking...
a big leap.
Well, now let me tell you what made me kill everyone in the house... And no, it wasn't with a knife. I was never around to touch those... They always walked them away! Exclamation mark. I was sat on my sofa reading a comic on my phone with while... There's no H in while, so it's... While Ruby and Maggie were arguing over something... They were getting on my damn nerves. But being me, I just sat there and tried to ignore them. But I could feel my blood boil with hatred as they disturbed me from the only thing I enjoyed. Ruby was at her breaking point, I could tell, but honestly I wasn't interested in their silly behavior. I heard something drop, so I looked up... The fuck? Big mistake! Wait, a pail? Wait, what the fucking fruit pail? What the fuck? A pail was thrown straight at me. I stood up with a bleeding forehead. wait, we were just bleeding because they threw a fucking fruit at you. How hard did it throw this? With a bleeding forehead, how hard Ruby had thrown it and ran after her... I could literally see red. Yes, you weren't colorblind. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
I wanted her dead. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to her as the adults had stood in the way, and like the pussy she is, ran upstairs and locked herself in her room. Absolutely fucking amazing, the story.
Amazing. The Academy Awards could never.
Yeah, dude, this is above the Academy Awards.
Oh yeah.
After having the scratch on my forehead out, I went to bed. I was still furious... Later that night, I got a message on an app I used. It was from Ruby... What she put will never be forgiven, and it's what led me to be to... Oops, don't want to ruin the story.
Oh my god, did he just break the fourth wall?
Fucking idiot, dude.
The story. What is the story?
How shit this story is.
What is it? Is there even a story?
I don't know. I guess it's like it resembles a story. It's not exactly a story. It just resembles one. In parentheses, 1 in the morning. I got out of bed filled with bloodlust. What? Filled with bloodlust. ... I couldn't hold it anymore, so no one understood me. ... No one cared. I wanted to end myself, but I knew there was a better option. ... Killing everyone who hurt me. Starting with the rat. The rat. The fucking rat. I climbed onto my wardrobe. When you climbed onto your wardrobe, he like fucking mounted his wardrobe or some shit, and took down my old suitcase full of stuff I didn't use much. I dragged it down and onto my messed up bed. I unzipped the suitcase. I looked through it. An old book, drawing of my family, old bottle of shampoo. Ah, found it. I took out a razor and some gloves out of the bottom of the suitcase. Both items were black. They would be red in a minute. I laughed quietly to myself. Man, a message to you personally. Have you heard of this thing called tenses by any chance? You should. That's really cool, you know. I was really getting exited. I couldn't wait to see the blood pour onto the bed and my hands. I packed up some bags I knew I would have to run away. I wasn't stupid. That is quite debatable.
I was about to say it's debatable.
I remembered seeing a woods nearby. What it was called. So what? So Swindleman. Like I don't fucking know at this point. Nah, I can't remember. But no one goes in there. Too many people go missing. No one would look for me there. I broke the razor so that the blade was able to cut the skin. Wait. I broke the razor so that the blade was able to cut the skin. What does that mean?
Wouldn't a razor already be able to cut?
Yeah, like skin? What did you do? The razor would already be able to cut the skin. Did you make it sharper or something? Like, what? It was quite a big razor, but I knew I wanted a better mortal weapon. I snuck out my room and went to the door on the right. Good, it was unlocked. I quietly opened the door and stepped into the room. Ruby was asleep. I walked over to her silent figure. I could feel my blood boil in my anger eyes. I shoved a pillow over her face and sat on it. Ruby mumbled something, then started to shift a bit. I grabbed her wrist and in seconds had slit it. I heard a muffled scream and then she went still. I had cut her deep. I continued to cut up her wrist and her arm. I took the pillow off and smiled at her ugly face. She had bitten her tongue and her eyes were wide open. I cut the bottom of her eyes and made it look like she was crying blood. I got up from where I was sitting on the bed and looked down at her body. I stuck my finger in her blood and wrote on her wall, "This is what you did to me." I stood away from the wall and marveled my masterpiece. I started to look around the room for a hair clip I could use to try and unlock the adults' room because they always locked them. I found one in a makeup bag and left the room quietly. I went to the adult's door, that's the one which again, this author has like a really hard time properly spelling the word witch for some reason.
Yeah.
Which was left to my room and looked into the rock. I bended and twisted the hair clip into shape so I could get into the room. Quick! The door opened. How do you pronounce that? Redude.
That's a good question. Wait. I have no idea.
Well,
maybe this British person is just so much smarter than us and comprehensive and handle it.
Okay, I genuinely don't know. Jimmy, when you're editing this, Jimmy, just put it up on screen. We don't know how to pronounce it. I walked into the large room and over to the adults. I killed them the same way I killed the girl Ruby and left a different message on the wall. come find me if you dare. Oh, he's so edgy, man. So cool.
So edgy.
He's
What a
so
cool guy.
man. He's so cool and edgy. I just want to be just like him. And walk out of the room.
Killing random people as an 8-year-old.
Yeah. Wait, no, I think he's supposed to be like 13 here or something. Like,
Oh
like,
yeah, now he's 13 or 14. That's true.
Yeah, there was like a 6-year time jump.
Right.
I didn't want to kill Maggie, but I didn't want her to see what I had done. She was always like a sister to me. Yeah, she was always like a sister to me, which is why I'm about to kill her. She was like a sister to me. I couldn't put her through the pain of seeing the dead bodies in the house and then realizing it was me. ... As far as she knows, it would just be some random crazed killer, but
Yeah.
fuck it. Even if I was now a murderer, I still cared. I still had people to protect, and that is why I had to kill her. Wait.
I had people to protect, which is why I had to kill her.
I loved her like a sister, which is why I'm about to fucking swear her throat. I walked really slowly towards her room and then heard a noise. ... It came from a room. She opened the door and saw me. I had blood all over me, and she walked over to me, probably not realizing what I had done all over me, and asked,
"Hey, are you alright, Akura?"
I just realized that Akura is like a fucking Japanese name in a fucking anime. Like, Jesus Christ.
I was thinking that.
The awful were watching like an anime while writing this, and they were just like, wrote it down. I nodded, then grabbed her by the wrist and pulled her towards me. I put my hand over her mouth before she could scream, and with my other hand I brought the laser to her throat. She struggled in my grip and even tried kicking me in my catch. She wasn't getting away with that, so with one quick hand motion I slit her throat, of course. Blood poured all over me, and I laughed. Even if I had just killed someone who I cared for, it was enjoyable. The worm's sticky. Sticky? Why is the blood sticky? What did you do to it?
I don't. Yeah.
No, was he like making the blood into like fucking slime or something?
Possibility.
It's definitely a possibility at this point. Anything can happen at this point.
Anything could happen.
Like, only blood was enough to make my heart go wild. Yeah, he just had a heart attack and fell dead to the ground. I was full of pleasures, but I didn't understand why. I wanted to kill more. ... I didn't bother leaving another message. I was wary someone might have heard something, so I hurried out of the front door and along the road. It was dark, so I was confident only a few drunk people would see me. You mean a few
Why
drunk
specify
people?
that?
Always a few drunk people just walking around in the middle of the night. That's a daily occurrence in the UK. I got confident only a few drunk people would see me, but they would probably think they were going insane themselves or just brush it off as a dream when they woke up. Yes, because that's how drunk people look.
Right.
I ran with my bag on my back all the way to the woods, and I looked down and squinted my eyes at the sign ... So when...
No, please. Please.
I fell on my knees in pain. There was a loud ringing sort of noise in my ears. I covered my ears and dug my nails into my head, blood trickling down the sides of my face. I looked up and saw a tall, pale, faceless creature. It seemed to tilt its head at me, and then... I blacked out. ...
That was so unnecessary. Why did they have to put Slenderman in there? Why?
Fuck.
The twist of the century. What a crossover, man.
Fucking twist of the century. Oh,
why? What was that story? I love how the first half of it was just about a dad yelling at his kids about credit cards, and it had nothing to do with the rest of it.
Fuck off. This story. Okay, holy shit. Okay, so Redude. Okay, before any of us boast a blood vessel, what is your opinions on the story?
I could not recommend it enough. Where's the movie adaptation? Is my first
Where's
question.
the movie adaptation? So, in my personal opinion, this is incredibly shit. Like, I don't know how else to
Really?
describe it.
Really?
What makes it better was that like the artwork that some guy on the Lowposter wiki put up.
I was just looking at that. I was just looking at
You'll probably see it on screen now.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely amazing piece of artwork. Shout out to fucking Pronstico too with horns that made it.
The
But
Slender Man cameo at the end just made it
yeah,
all worth it.
like what happened? It's like he was put into a foster home or something because his daddy yelled at him about a credit card, and then he killed his foster parents and his foster siblings for no reason. Wait! All they did was like swirl fucking pale at them.
That is true. All that sparked all of this is just throwing a pear at their head and making them bleed out because of it.
He was really angry that they threw a pail at him.
Makes sense.
And
Wow.
then he just killed everyone in the house, and then he like ran away, and then Slenderman appeared at the end. Like,
And then in order to protect the one person he liked, he killed them.
yeah, that's
Makes
great work.
sense.
Yeah, okay, one thing to know is that apparently the author of the story commented on about the artwork, and it says, OMFG, that's hilarious, I love it. I should probably take offense, though, because I'm the author. I hate this story, too. I guess we can take a comfort in knowing that the author hates it as well.
Right.
But still, it's a shit story. It's still a shit story. The grammar is confusing, and the story itself is even more confusing. So this is absolutely shit.
Can we get Martin Scorsese to direct the movie version of this?
Yeah, he can direct the Netflix movie.
Right.
So I guess there's nothing really to say. This story was shit. I recommend that you don't read it. Instead, you should just watch us babble about it for like 30 minutes. I guess that's it for this episode. Reader, do you have any final thoughts before we end?
It's so sad that Steve Jobs died of ligma.
Wait. Who the fuck is Steve Jobs? Hey, fading the coal was pretty shit, but thanks for watching the video. You might be interested in watching my other terrible videos where me and my friends read terrible creepypastas, like Godzilla the series and Sonic's Pentagram.